Hey, how's it going everyone? In this video, we have some news on plans for Sasha Banks and Naomi, Vince McMahon returning to in-ring competition at WrestleMania 38, and a lot more. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling news. AEW Rampage continues to drop in the ratings. Even though AEW does everything they can in order to get fans to tune in to Rampage every Friday, over the last few weeks, the ratings for the show have continued to drop, including this week's episode, which featured some of the company's bigger names. Because according to Alfred Kanua over on Twitter, the February 25th episode of AEW Rampage drew 437,000 viewers, which is down yet again from their last show, which drew 471,000 viewers and a .20 in the key demo rating. Independent Wrestler appeared on SmackDown and Rampage on the same night. Although she is not currently signed to WWE or AEW, Independent Wrestler Kayla Sparks did something very impressive this week by appearing for both companies on the same night. Because on Friday Night SmackDown this week, Sparks appeared during a Kiss Cam segment with Angel Garza and Humberto Carillo, and for AEW, Kayla Sparks took on Serena Deeb during this week's pre-taped episode of AEW Rampage. WWE's future plan for Sasha Banks and Naomi revealed. During this week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, Sasha Banks made her return to the Blue Brand by beating Shotzi Blackheart. However, after the match, Naomi came down to the ring to not only celebrate Sasha's win, but to also announce that they will be the next Women's Tag Team Champions. Therefore, it looks like WWE might have already decided on who will challenge Carmella and Zelina Vega at WrestleMania 38 for the Women's Tag Team titles. Vince McMahon returning to in-ring competition at WrestleMania 38. WrestleMania 38 will once again be a big two-night event. However, one name that will reportedly make his return to the ring is none other than Vince McMahon himself, because according to a new report from Post Wrestling, sources have stated that Vince McMahon will be in an upcoming feud with SmackDown commentator Pat McAfee, and they will most likely be an in-ring program. WWE also announced that Vince McMahon will be a guest on the Pat McAfee show this Thursday, so it's safe to assume that fans can expect to see something go down during the show. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today. And the first topic that we talked about was the ratings for Rampage continuing to drop. And according to Alfred Kanua on Twitter, he is reporting that this week's episode of Rampage drew 437,000 viewers, which is down compared to their previous episode, which drew 471,000 viewers. The next topic that we discussed was independent wrestler Kayla Sparks appearing on SmackDown and on Rampage on the same night, and I think that was pretty awesome to see her being on both shows at the same night. The next topic that we discussed was potential plans for Sasha Banks and Naomi, and it does look like Naomi and Sasha Banks will be going after the women's tag team titles, and presumably at WrestleMania 38, so we could see Carmella and Zelina Vega take on Sasha Banks and Naomi. And the next topic that we discussed was Vince McMahon returning to in-ring competition at WrestleMania 38 against Pat McAfee. And in my opinion, guys, I think that this match could potentially be very good, especially with Pat McAfee. We have seen what he can do in the ring, especially with his feud with Adam Cole. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. So with that being said, guys, that is all the news that we have for today. Make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of those topics that we discussed in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, and as always, I will see you guys on the next one.